About Smart. Good day, guys. My name is About Smart. In this video, I would like to show you how to install Windows Server 2020 in VMware Workstation Pro 16. Workstation Pro 16. So here is my VMware, and in this place I have some other things here. I've already installed it here. As you can see here, I've already installed it here, but I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna remove it and reinstall it back again. Now from the onset, as you can see, I have in my Windows, I have a lot of virtual machines in this window. So to show you the version of which I'm using at the moment, at this very moment, at the record of this video, I'm using version. Look at it. This is the version number 16 Pro of Workstation Pro. Okay, so we go down to downloading. If you don't know you have to first of all download the virtual machine in your machine. Download virtual environment in your machine. That is either you use a VMware Workstation Pro or you use a virtual box from Oracle. But here I'm using a virtual machine, as a VMware machine, VMware Workstation. Is what I'm using at this record of this video. Okay, so first thing we're going to be doing is we have to first of all to where you will say this, say download, free download. We say free download. Got it. So I will just click there to download it. Look at it. I'll just click here to download the Workstation Pro, VMware Workstation Pro. So we have the VMware Workstation Pro 1.2. This is nice for your Windows. So if you are using Linux, Ubuntu or CentOS, you can install this version. So I will click here to download it. Go to download and to download it. So I will click here and it will start downloading. Click here, it will start downloading down to your PC. So but I have already downloaded it, so no need of me trying to download it again. But you have to put login in, have to put your login detail and just register, sign up. If you don't have a login detail, you can just sign up here, and when you sign up you can just start downloading it right to your system. So that is just for this. So I have already downloaded it and I have already installed it already in my PC, in my system. So right now I would like to show you the next is how you can download Microsoft Server 2022. Microsoft download Windows Server 2022 iOS. Click it. So when I go in there, I will have this place open. I'll click on Microsoft because it is there in the Microsoft that you can find it. Yet, so when once it opens, so this is exactly what you'll be having. So right now, when it opens this way, you just thanks. So go down here. We have the Windows 2022. Can you see it? If your company you are working on does not support this version, you can use lower versions because we have all the servers in here. So, but I would advise you to work with 2022 because it have a lot of features. It have a lot of advantages over others. So what I'm interested is to download the ISO. So the ISO is what I am interested to download. So when I come here, I'll just click here, click, and I will fill the details. I'll fill in all these details. Put in my name, I put in last name, I put in the company name, I put in the size of my company, I put everything, and I will click download, and I'll hit download. So you see, I can't download it, I can't continue when it have not yet filled this stuff. You see, so that is just by the way. So let me quickly fill in the stuffs. Just fill in the stuffs, add informations there. Just anything, you can just fill in the phone number and all those details. So when you click continue, it will continue and then prompt you for you to do what? Can you see which English are you using? I'm using English. Click download, and you see start downloading straight in your PC. Now if I can open my download section, if I open my download section, you will see it downloading. It's about 5 gig files. So I'll pause it. I have already downloaded it here in my PC. What I have to do now is this: since I have already downloaded it, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to install it in my virtual environment. So now I have to come in here. I have to come in here and click here. I have to come in here and click here. Then I have to go to I have to go to a new virtual machine. When I click on a new virtual machine, this wizard will bump up. This wizard will come up. So I will click. I can choose this one. I can choose this one. Anyone that I want to choose is still okay for me. But I prefer choosing this one, typically for simplicity. I'll click here. I will select where is this stored? Where is this stuff located? This stuff is located in my download. You can see it is right in my download folder. I will look for it. I have other virtual machines there. Look at it here. Look at it. This is the stuff. I'll click it, and then it will come up. I'll click it here. So sometimes it is not needed. I will not use this method. Cancel it. So I have to go in here and click on new virtual machine. And when I click on new virtual machine, I'll use this customize one. I'll say click here. I'll click on this. Yes, next. I'll say no want to install it yet. I'll come here and say what? Next. Hey, what am I installing? Windows is a Windows, and what is this? Is a Windows Server. So Windows Server. So Windows Server is a Windows Server 2020. It's a Windows Server. So I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna edit it later. Click next and come here and edit it. 2020. Good. Next. So what am I going to be using? Is it going to be a BIOS, the framework type? Is it going to be this, or I'm selecting the UEFI. So next, because it's going to support a large number of hard disks, more than 2 terabytes. So any stuff that is below 1 terabyte or down 2 terabytes down can be using BIOS, but the one that is above that can be using UEFI. So I'm gonna go down to this. I'm gonna increase this. I can leave it this way. I can select. Then I can scale up my processor, my RAM. I can scale up my RAM depending on the size of my RAM. I can scale up my RAM. My entire RAM. I can just say for this particular virtual machine that I'm going to be creating, I will be using only about 2 gig. I say next. I can just make the interface to be at NAT. Maybe later I can change it anyone I want. Next. The recommended is this. Next, just be clicking the recommended. Recommended is what we need. Then I create a new virtual disk. Yes, creating a new virtual disk. So how many size? Which size am I going to be giving it? which size am I going to be giving it. So you can see that you can now say what next to create a machine. I put a 60 gig. I said okay, next. It's gonna create the virtual machine for me. I'll click here and finish it. So you can watch here. I see this stuff is there already. So what I will do that is this: I can increase it. You can see the parameter, the descriptions of all these things. Like anyone that I click, I'll be finding it. So I would like to go in and edit this stuff. Remember that I have not linked my iOS. So the software I've not already installed. I've not linked it. So here is my processor. Here is my RAM. Here is my processor. Here is my hard disk. Here is my CD. My CD is auto detect. So I'm going to go in here and say use ISO image instead of using my physical. Using my physical that is under auto detect, I can just select what ISO image. So when I go there, I have to browse where that file is located. And remember that we have already downloaded it and it's found in our download folder. So I will go in here and select it. See, look at it here. I'll select and say open. This is so, and I will say okay. So it is now inside my machine, my virtual machine. So here I will start. I'll just click to start the installation. So I'll just click on power on my PC. I'll power it on. So I power it on. I hit any key. Power it on and hit any key, it will start like this, start loading. So this is exactly what it's doing right now. It's now loading on. Okay guys, so here is what it show me. So what I will now do is this: I have to select the language normally the way you used to do that. Select next and then click install, and you just that installation, setting up your to start up the setup. Okay, here I have to select which standard amount to use. Am I trying to store it in this or this on any of them? So I'm going to be selecting data center evolution desktop experience. The data center for desktop experience. I'm trying to see how it's going to work. So I'll select it. So this says this option installs the full Windows graphic environment, consume extra drive space. It can be useful if you want to use Windows desktop or have an app that requires it. So I'll select this and select next. I'll go in. I'm not upgrading. I'm installing it from the beginning. You can see my 60 gig file. If I want to partition it, I can partition, but I don't want to partition. I want to put everything in inside this application that I've already done. Click next, and the installation just kick off. You can look at it. That started installing straight ahead in my PC. So I'm gonna pause this loading up to 51%. Let us still be waiting. Okay guys, you can see we have reached this moment where it's now saying we have to set up the password to do. The next is have to finish it. Then boom, you can see our window is now ready. So it says press your control alternate delete, control alternate delete, cross to I have to go in and put the administrative password I put in there. So log in. Let's see. We're now logging into our user. Let's see. You guys can see this is the Windows Server 2022. Windows Server 2022. So you can see we are now at the first version. You can now go in, start doing other things. Okay. So guys, you can see this the finished installation. We have the server manager dashboard. Maybe in case after the installation and you are unable to see this, you can just come in here to the tax, to the start button, and you select the direction. This is how it is. To confirm. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please, I would like you to subscribe to my channel or to watch more videos.
before they try to know also fulfill their